2 marathon prep. We are about to hit a long run on a Wednesday. It's a 12k run, not going to be too bad. Going to go from here all the way to my famous hill and then back. We did some pace work yesterday. Unfortunately, I'm not part of a club yet, so I can't do my interval training at a track. So I have to do it in the state where we live, which is not bad. It's still, you want that consistency of a track. We did 800s, 4 sets with 2 minutes rest in between. And today, quite easy, just straightforward 12k, easy run, going on my own pace. So that would be nice, which also it just ease a bit on the stress, because usually when you see the program and you need to hit a certain goal in a certain time, you feel a bit pressured, but pressure is a privilege, remember that. But anyway, trying these Electrolyte Plus from Biogen. Bought them at Dis-Chem, gonna try them a few times, see if they work, see if they help me. I'm trying to focus more on my nutrition on this prep because I found it to be one of, if not the most important thing to focus on a prep in anything. I used to neglect my nutrition from the get-go because I trained so much during the week. I could basically eat what I want, whatever came my way, I ate, and I know I'll just go to training, and I have the mindset for it. But now that I'm working, sitting a lot more, but also trying to keep active, I realize that I need the nutrition to perform well, but also eat clean and not gain weight at the same time. So it's a win-win. I'm really excited for week 2. It's been good. I know the mileage is going to go up week by week. This week again, it's still between 50 to 60 Ks, which is not bad. It's split up. My one day off is Monday, and I prefer it that way. So yeah, let's get into it. We have completed the 12k run, time of 1 hour and 4 minutes, and an average pace of 520. 172 was the average heart rate, which is not bad. I thought I'd share some post-run thoughts. Don't even know if you can hear me in this wind, but let's give it a shot. I feel like when I run, I get my clarity, I ease my mind, I can think straight. It's like I'm dimming out the noise. And I caught myself earlier saying that, today's run there's no pressure because it's an easy run. But I feel like once you sign up for a thing like a marathon, you carry a mantle, in the sense of you're taking up this task and you have to put in the work to achieve that end goal, that end time, completing the marathon. And it's not like I want to slack or anything, but I often find myself, not taking the mantle up with pride. I don't know if I'm just hard on myself, but I feel like I can always do better. But also stating the obvious, like today is a day where it's gloomy, it's windy, it's cold. Most people, when they have a run or a long run midweek, they look down and they realize that it's not as easy, and they always state the obvious by saying, they can rather do it indoors or complain about the weather. I find today's weather actually perfect. Body is quite cold, so yes, you feel stiff in the beginning, but it's not as hot as it is in the summer. Try and find those silver linings throughout the run, and just keep on thinking about 100 different things, but at the same time narrowing it down and easing my mind. Just a few things that I mentioned. Not complaining, taking up the mantle, doing it the right way, and falling in love with the process rather than the outcome. I always find that I want to achieve something and I want to achieve it now, but realizing that you have to put in the work, and that's where the success lies. That's where you find your peace, is by going through the work, going through the sets day by day. It's only week 2 now. There's about 12 weeks left, 13 weeks left. So get up every day and do it again, and do it again, and do it again. And that's the bottom line. I feel like that's where success lies. It's doing it and finding peace and finding adventure in the process. I just absolutely love these long runs. I get so much clarity from it. It's weird, but not being a runner my whole life, but being a sportsman, I do feel like you get those runner highs, and when it comes, it hits hard. I did this my classic hill, Bloemfontein Hill, which is it's probably 5 or 4 k's in, and then it hits you, and it's about 2 k's long. So I did 6 k's there and 6 k's back. So I did about 2 k's of the hill, which I love, because that just gives me that extra motivation of feeling that grit, and loved it. On the way back, looking over Somerset and Strand, but also the mountains and the sea. I can't describe it. It's a bit weird, but sitting here after a workout like that, you just feel this sense of accomplishment. But it's not over yet. There's always work to be done. Gonna go and get some food, get some fuel, shower, prep for Thursday, and hopefully you guys find some value in me ranting about life and preps when I'm done with my running. I did my 16k run this morning, did it in Stellenbosch. I actually changed my route a bit, so usually I go from the Plateau to Jonkershoek and back, just because of the sheer volume of people doing the out and back challenge, which is a challenge the Versus Socks created during the winter season, where you actually I think you pay like $150, and then you go out to Jonkershoek, touch the gate, come back, and you get like some socks and a free coffee and whatnot. Fun fact, actually, me and my mate, we did the Versus Socks out and back challenge. We were the first ones. I think when it started that Monday, we rocked up at like 5:30 in the morning and we completed it. Fun fact for you guys. But in anyway, so I went the opposite direction, so all the way down, still in Stellenbosch, but down to the Route 44 market, 8 k's, and then all the way back, which was quite nice. I remember running the Versus Socks half marathon. That was the route that we started, going down, turning left, which was quite nice. So just some thoughts on week 2 this far. I mean, I still have a recovery run that I need to do tomorrow, but we're basically done for this week. Since the start of the marathon, I decided not to run with earphones, which is quite weird, but I don't know. Since doing it, I fell in love with it. I thought it'll be quite boring, but the Ks that I've done this far obviously is not 30 Ks, 40 Ks. It's been in between 10 to 16 that I've done today, and it has been quite epic in the sense of, yes, in the start I'm in my own head, but I just get so much clarity from running without any music, because I'm the type of guy that when I run and there's music, especially in the beginning, I tend to focus more on the music than I need to do on my rhythm, my breathing, and how I run. So I get carried away, and then I tend to go out a bit fast. Same with when I was playing rugby. I couldn't listen to music before the game as a ritual, because I would get too amped up, or to get too emotional, and I guess emotionally invested rather than physically and taking it all in. Exactly the same with running. I find if I go without any earphones, it's just me and myself. We'll see how long that lasts, especially when I do some longer runs, 30k runs, 35k runs, closer to the time that I'm actually doing the marathon. Then we'll see if it's still a good idea to do it without earphones. I know a lot of people do it without earphones as well, and
I just love it. Like I mentioned, you talking to yourself, but you're figuring things out as well. So in the beginning, it's a bit messy in my head, and then after a run, I just have a clear mind and I know where to go, what to do, and how to approach certain things. Week by week, obviously the Ks are gonna increase. So I know next week is a 18-kilometer run. So I definitely need to incorporate more gels and more fueling into my prep. I am doing my normal, my basic. I'm drinking my creatine. I do have protein powder, and I need to get more gels. Fueling myself while I'm running. I tend to sweat a lot, and then I'm actually wanting to do a sweat test to figure out, what is the amount of carbs, what is the amount of fueling that I need for each run, because I could see even this morning just by 16K, when I got around 10K, 12K, I felt I maybe need to need a boost, even though I did eat this morning. But I need to incorporate that into into my training, but also into these longer runs that's approaching. I also, it's a thing that I picked up while doing the prep for the Ironman 70.3 is training your gut. That's the most important thing. Is you can take all of these gels and take the carbs and the caffeine, whatever your choice is, but training your gut to absorb that and absorb it well, so you don't feel nauseous or it's all runny while you trying to perform and do a marathon. So I'm on the look for something that's affordable, that I actually like. I've been using Biogen sachets and gels, which is quite nice, but I don't know. I can't find something that is taste worthy for me. I don't know if I'm just a snob or I need to maybe do something about it, but I need to get myself proper gels that I can use over and over and over again, so that I can prevent myself from cramping and not being able to achieve what I want to do. This morning's run was a 5:10 pace, which is not bad. It's quite hilly in Stellenbosch, especially the route that I took, which is good because I know the race is about 430 meters of elevation. I know if you do something like the Two Oceans, or I think it's a Two Oceans, yes, the full marathon, I think it's about 700, close to 800 meters of elevation. So this is quite less, which I'm happy for. But I'm happy that I'm actually doing hills on my long run, so I get used to. And it's obviously in Stellenbosch, the race, the Cape Town, it's the Winelands Sportsman's Warehouse Marathon. Yeah, next week we're gonna go guns blazing and do it all again. Get up, do it again, live to suffer. Let's get it.